this just might be the cleanest Glock ever. Like, I'm gonna stamp that and stand on that. Like, welcome back. It is your boy Ian. Today, as promised, I have the new Glock 43X MOS Coyote Edition. Let's jump right into it. Just look at that. That is beautiful. You really can't beat that. Glock really did their thing with this one. This might be just the best looking Glock that they came out with. Like, period. That factory coyote brown color is just amazing. It resembles a 19X, but the color is a little different. But before we jump into that, let's put this to the side for a second. And let's just go over what comes in the box. You know, it's my first Glock. If it was your first Glock too, or you're thinking about getting a Glock, you could, this is what you'd expect. So, like all gun cases, I think it's like federally mandated. It comes with a gun lock. This can't come in handy. Most people don't use it, but it's good that they throw it in there. You also have this is like a instruction for mounting your red dot on there. Has a cleaning rod right here, which is pretty cool. The gun comes with two 10-round magazines. And just to be clear, all guns work checked before this video, and there's no ammo here on this table. And it also comes with a speed loader. That's pretty nice. And your instructions and manual. So that's pretty good. I like that it comes in a hard case. A lot of firearms don't. So that's pretty cool. If you want to just take this to go to the range, you can do that. It doesn't have a lock, but still useful. So back to this beauty here. This thing is amazing. As many of you know, if you follow me on Instagram, this is my first Glock. I've always been a Smith & Wesson fan. Just like the way Smith & Wesson has innovated over the years when I got into the gun game, and I just kind of stick with it. Glock, I mean, what's a collection without a Glock? But I seen this maybe about a month ago. Had to purchase it immediately. I was sick for a week or two, so this is why it's taking me so long to get to this review, but now we're here. So let's talk about this. This won't be a full review. Like I said, the Glock 43X has been out for a few years, so there's no need to really do that. You can find many videos on YouTube that will go over all the specs. This will be a concealed carry, so it's a really compact, slim line. It's about 1 inch wide, which is awesome. I like that a lot. And it's really light. That's one of my favorite things about it. I've noticed immediately that it is very light. So yeah, what makes this Glock special? If you know Glock, they don't do much colorways. They stay true to form and just present to you their different generations. They do some upgrades, but it's very straightforward. I think this is only the second firearm that they did in an actual colorway. I think the 19X was the first. I could be wrong, but this is beautiful. Being a factory colorway, this plastic, the frame comes from the factory injected mold, so it's not like a Cerakote paint that wear off after a while. The same with the slide. The slide is NPVD, so that's very, very durable coating that should last a really long time. As far as your basics, like I said, it's a 10-round magazine. Everything is clear here. Yeah, like I mentioned already, it's really light. Magazine release, positive. I like that. There's no safety on Glocks, if you know. Also, something was new, so I'll talk about the optic. That's the one thing they also changed that I think they're going to do going forward with probably their Gen 6 models is no longer will you need an optic plate. So this is just a dummy plate if you're not using a red dot. I will be putting a red dot on this, but you just take these screws off, and now you can mount your red dot directly on top of it, which is pretty good. You get a more secure fit, and oftentimes it sits a little lower instead of having an optic plate and then the red dot. So that's pretty cool. I like that they did that. They listened to their patrons and gave them what they want. You have your typical Glock sights. A lot of people don't like these. It's a U-notch and a red dot. I think it's a plastic. I'll be putting a red dot on top, so that doesn't really bother me. So that's cool. For concealed carry, I do prefer a safety. This will be my first concealed carry without a safety, so that's gonna be kind of interesting. Glocks are really safe. I haven't heard anything about them going off. I'm just so used to carrying with the safety, so that's gonna be interesting to train with. Yeah, really feels really good in the hand, man. That's all I can really say. Like I said, this won't be a full review. You can go check that out. One thing I did notice is the trigger. Glock triggers, from what I know, hit or miss. This is only my second Glock. I've shot one Glock before, which was a Glock 45, which I actually really enjoyed. That Glock 45, I swear, it shot like a full size, shot like a 1911, which was interesting for a polymer striker gun. But the trigger is not bad. It's a little heavy. One thing that I did notice that I read about, and it actually is true, if you can see here, the little safety dingness is really sharp. And I have on gloves now, so it doesn't bother me as much. But on your bare hand, I could imagine after shooting for a while, that little thing kind of digs into your hand. On my other polymer striker guns, most of them have this little safety dingus as well, but just the design of it is way better where you don't, it doesn't, dig into your hand. So I do know, I'm pretty sure after shooting it maybe for a couple hundred rounds, the trigger itself should lighten up, and that may not be an issue, but we'll see. This just might be the cleanest Glock ever. Like, I'm gonna stamp that and stand on that. Like, I know in the last couple of years, a lot of companies have gone to like, pretty cool slide cuts and aggressive stippling and on the frame. And I like it. I love it all. But it's something about Glocks with the simplicity that they just stay true to form. They've improved, I know, like the front and back serrations over the years, which is good. I like that. It works. But yeah, no fancy side cuts. The same stippling for a couple generations now. It just works. Plans for this, like I said, I do possibly like this to put this in my concealed carry rotation. So I'm looking forward to kitting this thing out, putting my red dot on it. I'll probably go with like a 47K Streamlight. The grip on here, it's a little slippery. I can't lie. It's nothing to call home about. So I more than likely will be adding probably some handled grips. I really like those. I have those on a lot of my firearms, so that should take care of that. And that's it. I don't think I'll be doing anything with the trigger as of now. I like to try to keep my carry guns just stock, but if this doesn't, break in a little better, or if that little safety thing becomes an issue, I'll probably swap it out. But yeah, man, that's really it, man. Like I said, just wanted to get this out there. If you were thinking about getting this thing is a beauty. As you can see, that like just the way that shines, it's awesome. Thanks for watching. Definitely, if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me, what do you think about the Glock 43X? Is the Glock 43X something you already have in your collection? Is it something you're looking to probably add? What do you think about the color? Do you think maybe Glock went too far? Do you like it? Let me know, drop a comment. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.